What's up everybody, Skratch coming up with another clan boss video. In this video I'm gonna talk about Maneater, Painkeeper and Warcaster Unkillable. Now it's been around 2 months since I showcased you the Maneater and Warcaster Unkillable, which require crazy speeds for Maneater. Now today, because since then they've been discovered kind of different sort of teams like Maneater and Painkeeper. This team is not as crazily important as it used to be before, but a lot of people don't like to run their champions at 120 speed to make Maneater and Painkeeper, and overall a lot of people still wanted to see this from the previous comments and other chats that I had with people. So I'm gonna jump straight into it, guys, show you how to start the rotation, talk about the speeds, the gear and everything else that you need for this comp to work. The champions we're gonna use in this team is Warcaster, Maneater, Painkeeper, Resin and Frozen Banshee. The rotation on the first turn, everyone uses A1. You don't use A2 on Painkeeper, you keep her on the A1. On the second turn, you can use on Resin his A2, A3 on Frozen Banshee if you like, A2 on Warcaster, and you gotta use A3 on Maneater. Now, A2 on Painkeeper to start with on the same turn. From here on, A1 again on Resin or whatever champion you're using. Same with Frozen Banshee, Draco, whatever you use. A1 on Maneater, A1 on Warcaster, A3 on Painkeeper, and you can click Oro from here on. How I said, this team doesn't represent that much anymore because of the simple fact that now we have a Maneater and Painkeeper team which can actually help you out. But this team does allow you to push for a bit of extra damage. How I said, if you have some better champions to throw instead of what we're using right here, you can go for a 2-key team. Now you have the liberty of using Relentless set on a champion. Like for example, how we have Frozen Banshee, she's on a Relentless set and will not affect the team by any means. So a couple of things you gotta keep in mind with this team. Maneater will eat the stun, or you can make Warcaster to eat the stun, or Resin as well. Painkeeper, she's gonna be uncovered on the stun, so she's not gonna have Unkillable or anything like that. So you do require to put her on lifesteal gear, and preferably up to 100% crit rate to make sure she's always gonna heal. She's not gonna be the lowest. Try to keep her on the last position as well, on the far left side in the clan boss, because the clan boss does target stuns as well by positions at some point in game. So Maneater doesn't need to have Soul Drinker on his Masteries. He doesn't need to be necessarily the lowest HP as long as he doesn't have Soul Drinker. Painkeeper, she's super good at manipulating the HP and making the clan boss to actually stun a specific target. So it can be easier than using a Painkeeper in your team to actually target the stun on a specific champion. It's a pretty easy comp to set up. How you guys saw, we start on turn 1. Better said, the second AoE, we already had block debuffs and Unkillable from Maneater, so this comp is suitable for every single affinity, including Spirit. You don't have to worry about it. How I said, you can use Relentless on your Poisoner, like Frozen Banshee, and then what you gotta make sure with her as well is that she has Soul Drinker on her Mastery, so she heals. And like that, she's not gonna get stunned no matter what. Of course, it does matter by the affinity you're doing it. If you're going against Force, you will better be prepared for your Frozen Banshee to get stunned. So then you might have to bring a different sort of champion in the team. That's about it, how the team works. I'm gonna jump straight to the back, see the damage and all the speeds and the required stuff for this comp to work. So we're almost at the end here. We're on turn 49. We have 25 million damage, almost 26 million damage. The best damage is been done with this specific team is around 32 million damage. So I'll share you a screenshot right here to see. So we have 3.2 million damage from Warcaster, 3 million from Maneater, almost 3 from Painkeeper, 13 from Frozen Banshee, and almost 4 million from Resin. We have Maneater right here. Total stats on him, we have 35k HP, 2.4k attack, 1.8k defense, 250 speed, so he's the fastest champion in the team, 86 crit rate, 117 crit damage. Masteries, we have the typical War Master on it, no Soul Drinker. How I said, you cannot get Soul Drinker on it. because that will kind of screw over the stun. Lord of Steel is fine, nothing that affects Thermometer, no Cycle of Magic either. 3 speed sets on him. Pretty simple build. 250 damage is not that crazy like it used to be, 304. So you definitely save a lot of speed here, because before was honestly pretty crazy to get that speed. The next champion, second fastest in the team, is Painkeeper. How I said, she needs to be on lifesteal gear to make sure she's not gonna get stunned, because she gets uncovered on the stun. So we have her on a lifesteal gear, a set of speed gear, sorry. Now, talking about the HP, is not necessary for either of them to be the lowest or the highest HP, even though I would recommend you to give more HP to Painkeeper than Maneater. So we have around 35k HP, 1.6k attack, 3k defense, 240 speed, 93 crit rate, 119 crit damage. So how I said, try to get that crit rate up. Masteries, again, we have Warcaster, support 3, nothing that affects Thermometer. We do have Soul Drinker on her, it's super important to get Soul Drinker. You cannot get the defense 3 Masteries on her, because her counter attacking will throw her off sync because of the Thermometer she gains from her A1. So no counter attack champion to go with her, no defense Masteries for her. So you guys gotta make sure you're respecting this, if not your team is just not gonna work. So double check it, make sure you have the right Masteries and everything that you need, because if not, that will be thrown out of sync. The next champion that we used in the team is Resin. So he's on a crit damage set, accuracy sets. Total stats on him, we have 34k HP, 2k attack, 3.7k defense, 189 speed, 102 crit rate, 168 crit damage, and 244 accuracy. Accuracy is super important on him. Masteries, how you see, we have the Giant Slayer as tier 6 from the offense tree. We have support tree here. We have Master Hexer, Cycle of Magic. Everything that we need to actually make those debuffs last longer, have higher chances to place them again with Cycle of Magic for the skill to reset. The next champion that we have in here is a Warcaster. Let me just find him. There he is. So he's on a toxic set, just to play some extra poisons in there. If you're using a better champion than a Frozen Banshee, I would not recommend you to actually use that on him. Total stats, we have 34k HP, 2.8k attack, 1.7k defense, 187 speed, 74 crit rate, 210 crit damage. So he's the slowest champion in the team. He needs to be the slowest. Masteries, we have Warcaster, and we have Retribution for counter attack from the defense tree, so that's absolutely fine. And the last champion that we used in this team is no one else than Frozen Banshee. So she's on Relentless, how I've told you. That gives you the possibility of getting extra damage with the poisoner you're using in the team. So don't worry about her being in Relentless. As long as she has Soul Drinker on the Masteries and you give her pretty much full crit rate, she will extra heal compared to Maneater. So that will actually give you the benefit. So Life Drinker is important to be on the Masteries. Life Drinker, I'm keep calling it Soul Drinker for some reason. Tier 6 Warcaster on the offense tree, and on the support tree, pretty similar Masteries with Resin. We do want to have that Master Hexer, Cycle of Magic to actually have more chances to use that A3 in the battle. Master Hexer again is super important for her and for Resin to be on. So the speeds, how I said, 250 Maneater, 240 Painkeeper, 189 Resin, 188 on Frozen Banshee, and we have 187 on Warcaster. Total stats on her, 38k HP, 2.4k attack, 2.2k defense, 188 speed, 103 crit rate, 130 crit damage, 279 accuracy. Make sure you guys respecting the speeds if you want this comp to work. That was all for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.